Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the League of Europe here for round number 14 with the lads of Division 4 for what should be a very eventful race here around the street circuit of Singapore. Very unforgiving circuit, and apologies for the late stream time into qualifying. There were some PlayStation server issues that were going on, so yeah, it's always nice to have. But yeah, we're in here in qualifying, and we have Ryan, the man on provisional pole, setting his time on the soft compound tyres, which is very interesting. Just going to have a look at Discord a sec, just to see if anyone's put anything about the weather conditions. Because the only reason I can think of anyone trying to qualify on the softs is hoping for an early safety car or having a wet race. And we have a bit of confirmation it's going to be full wet. Now that is going to spice things up an extra amount. Most of these guys would have chosen the harder tyre allocation, so only 2 sets of soft tyres to run in qualifying. And I'm hoping everyone can keep it clean in the wet conditions. And I'm hoping we can keep safety cars down to a minimum, because this is a long old race as Ryan goes purple in sector 1. So we'll go into broadcast camera and just go on a lap with Ryan for 2 seconds as I find out what's going on in the D3 race, which is still going on right now. That's how long this race is. So I'm just going to find out what the score is, and it has just finished. So D3 is done and dusted. Hoping we can get my co-commentator son in here as well. I'm just gonna quickly ask him, see if he's joining comms for tonight. But apart from that, Ryan looks to be on it here tonight into the final sector. Around the final corner he'll come, and he does improve with a 36.3. So a good lap there from Ryan, though we will be looking to improve on it. Who else have we got on our lap? Is Jordan's on a cool down lap. Jav in the Mercedes is also on a lap, so we'll stay on board with him. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like my co-commentator Tan is going to be joining the session tonight. So I'm just going to pull up the stream and see what you guys in the comments are saying, as we got Frankie in the chat with the Jasper hype. Jasper, the championship leader, Ryan and Jerome in the Mercedes. They are going to be looking to try and close that gap down. But meanwhile, looking at the times people have set, I'm expecting Kieran, once he gets on the sauce, which he is, expecting him to really put pole position under pressure. He was only 9/10 off. Yeah, Ibo, I saw in the Discord, full red race, right? Hello. As Calvin actually puts it on par with a 35.7. Not a bad lap at all there from the Renault driver. But can Kieran do anything about it? As he is now in the final sector. He had a bit of traffic. Oh, and he's invalidated. As we got rain coming down. Rain in qualifying. Now, this could be the grid. And for for the likes of Jerome and Kieran, in fact, Jerome might actually be improving on his time right now. So we'll stay on board to see what Mercedes is doing. He's 2 tenths up on his time right now, but the rain is going to make things more interesting as we go further and further into this qualifying session. The grid might already be set, meaning that Jasper, who hasn't set a lap yet, all the way down in 17th. But this is a that's Jerome losing it on traction there, just showing how slippery these conditions are. And that's going to be his qualifying over, I believe. Though he does have the McLaren of Ryan B, who's not on a lap, so he's got away with that one. Let's go on board with Jasper, who's on his out lap actually, so Jasper may not even be able to get anywhere near the top 10 now. As Ivo was saying, he's only got a dry setup. If you only have a dry setup, Ivo, the only thing I could recommend, and you know it's too late for you to do it now because of park firmly, but the only thing I could have recommended is raising the ride height up a little bit and maybe just chuck an extra wing or two, as Jasper's invalidated turn 1. So that is Jasper's one opportunity gone. Well, Jasper will be starting all the way down in 19th place. Meanwhile, his nearest championship rival, May Ryan, on the front row of the grid. So that is going to be a Herculean task for Jasper to get through the field. This is not a bad track for overtaking, to be fair. That DRS straight, very helpful, and of course you can usually get some overtakes done on traction, as Ivo's just having a little venture out, as DRS is now disabled, so qualifying is going to end as it is, with Calvin on provisional. Well, he is going to be on pole. May Ryan will be second. All Ferrari second row with Don and Smitsky third and fourth, then Alt Maverick in fifth, Ryan B in sixth, Kieran in seventh, Sven in eighth, Darrell in ninth, and Jerome in 10th. As Jav saying in the chat that he's scared. I understand, mate, I really do. One of the few places where you don't want it to rain is here at Singapore. We're going for the rest of the grid. Dave in 11th, Slayer in 12th, Jordan in 13th, Cloudy Cloud in 14th, Jav in 15th, Palmer in 16th, Ibo in 17th, Jasper, the championship leader, all the way down in 18th place, and then Craigie rounding out the grid. I've got Sky in the chat saying howdy, and howdy to you too. as we got a couple of guys just going out on the inters to see what their setups are like for the wet conditions. Not a bad shout actually, to be fair. It's always worth to get your eye in qualifying if it does go to inters, you'll have a good understanding of what your car will perform like in the wet, as we're getting people now retiring. 2 minutes to go in the qualifying session. We're not going to see any improvements on lap time, so this is just a lap for people to get their eye in with the damp conditions. This track, Singapore, being one of the most demanding circuits on the F1 calendar for concentration, there's not much room for error around this circuit. Although this track is a lot better with the new track layout. I remember the old chicane that they used to have in Sector 2. Oof. Now that brought back some bad memories. Palmer, 3 spins already, it's not looking good. Don't worry, Palmer. It's qualifying, you could have an absolute belter in the race. Jasper might put it top 5 on Inders, I guess. Nah, it's too wet for the Inders to even come close to any of the dry times. Who should we go on board with? We'll go on board with Smitsky. He's going to cross the line first because Jasper is on his outlap, so we'll go on board with the Ferrari right now just to see how he's coping with the wet conditions. You can see the spray coming off the intermediate tyres right there, which may be an issue if it's heavy rain. Visibility may be an issue as he has invalidated it. What about Dave? What's Dave doing? He's still on a lap, but he is 11 seconds down, just showing the difference in the pace between the intermediates, the dry tyres. But qualifying is now over. Smitsky has crossed the line. 18 seconds off his qualifying time, just showing that, yeah, the pace on these inters, they're just not as good as the slicks, as you would imagine. By the way, guys, if you have missed any of the action tonight on Liga Europe, I highly recommend going and checking out the D1 and D3 race, which have not long finished, but obviously do that after you've chilled and watched the D4 race. But also going on right now, what is live right now, is the D2 race being commentated by QVR Dakar and QVR Verstappen. So it's always good to go and show support for the other divisions, and to just spread the love. Spread the love, that's what we need. As Craigie saying he loves walls. I mean, wall riding can be decent around some places, but you need damage turned off. Damage is turned on you, lad. But there we go, we got Calvin on pole position with Mirain in second place, half a second off Calvin's time. There's an all Ferrari second row with Don steering wheel beating his teammate Smitsky to third. Alt Maverick in fifth with Ryan B in sixth, Kieran in seventh, Sven in eighth, Daryl in ninth, and then Jeroen in 10th. Last week's race winner, though it should be noted that Kieran, Daryl and Jeroen qualified on the medium tyres. Dave in 11th, Slayer 12th, Jordan 13th, Cloudy Cloud 14th, Jav 15th, Palmer 16th, 17th is Ibo, Jasper the championship leader down in 18th, and then rounding out the grid we have Craigie. And it is a wet start to this Singapore Grand Prix. Are we going to see intermediates or are we going to see the full wets? That is the question on all our minds right now. As we got Frankie in the chat wishing Jasper good luck. Jasper is going to need it. Singapore's a tricky track enough in the dry, never mind in the wet. Concentration has to be at an all-time high around this circuit. And also we got Sky also wishing good luck as well. And Craigie saying he hates the rain. Why? The rain's lovely. If it weren't for the rain, we couldn't grow our food. That's the way I look at it. The rain has its purposes. And it is the full wet compound tyre. And looking at that, oh my god, look at how wet that track is. And I've got to have a little look and see what the spray is like. We'll go on board with Kieran. Let's see what the visibility is like for him when they get up to a bit of speed. Oh, there's a bit of lag going on. But yeah, a little bit of lag going on. I'm not sure if that's my connection, because I did have a little bit of trouble connecting to the PlayStation server when trying to stream this. Or whether it's the lobby. But either way, you can see the spray coming off those full wet compound tyres, and it is not looking too good to follow in the wake of another driver here. Yeah, look at that, on board with Sven. If it weren't for the name tags, probably wouldn't be able to see just how close the cars ahead of him are. Frankie wishing good luck to everyone now. Now this usually is a 1 minute 40 lap. In full wet conditions, I'm thinking we're going to see times closer to the 2 minute lap, 2 minute mark. Here we go, we're going to have everyone coming up onto the grid now, and right here the man in the Mercedes who won last time out in Monza, thanks to basically both of the Red Bulls having a bit of a nightmare in that race. Of course, Ryan was leading the race ahead of Jeroen. Kieran was right behind. Kieran loses it out of Ascari. But here we go. We shouldn't dwell on the past, but it's time to look now to those 5 red lights. Lights out, and we are underway for round number 14 here for the League of Europe Division 4. And oh, we got the racing point of Sven absolutely sending it down the inside, and that was a bit of a risky move, if I do say so myself. It might get reported in the stewards, you never know. That was a very ambitious move there. As, Kieran into the back of Smitsky, and absolute carnage. Carnage has ensued. And the safety car has been deployed. Kieran picks up a 5-second time penalty. Ibo got a 5-second time penalty. And it didn't take long for the safety car to come out. We have it on lap 1. And Palmer picks up a 5-second penalty for a collision with Smitsky. So Smitsky, the man that started on the second row, all the way down now in 17th place. Jasper, the man who started in 18th, now up into 13th. Let's have a little look at the position changes as he is off the start. Craigie up 9 places from last to 10th. Absolute madness here. I thought Craigie said he didn't like the rain. He must be loving it now. As Ivo saying in the chat that the cockpit's filling up like a bath. Well, don't forget to turn the hot water off. Save on some hot water. It's always a good thing to do. Craigie and Slayer both completely losing their rear wings. They're colliding straight into the back of Kieran. Slayer picks up a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Honestly, I usually don't look at the penalty situation, but I feel I have to for lap 1. Right, so we got Dave with a 5-second time pen, Slayer with a 5-second time pen, Craigie, Jav, Palmer, Dale, Jasper, Cloudy Cloud, Kieran, Ibo, Smitsky, Palmer, Jav, Jasper. This is a bit mad, this is. As Calvin actually got a penalty for a collision with Mir Ryan, who did manage to get himself up into the race lead. And Craigie going to continue on for another lap with no front wing because he didn't want to double stack with his teammate. It wouldn't have mattered too much, Craigie. You could have double stacked. Oh, and he's retired. Let's go on board with Calvin to see where Craigie has lost it to and is under braking into this corner, isn't he? Yeah, he's just gone straight on, no front downforce yet to help him around the corner. Into the wall he will go, as he reiterates his previous comment in the chat right now that he hates the rain. But a man who has actually taken great advantage of the carnage early on. Ibo up 8 positions. As I'm just showing you guys the situation where pit stops from 10th place all the way down to 18th has made a pit stop. Now there's nothing for us to do but wait for the safety car to be pulled into the pit lane. As I just wanted to have a look at the fastest lap, so at 2:23, as Ibo picks up a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. No, Ibo! Oh no! Why do you do this to us? And Jordan picks up a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. It is that wet out there that everyone is struggling to keep it on track, and under safety car, if you go off the track, it is instantly giving you a penalty. depending on where you go off the track to, it could either be a 5-second one which will end up getting served in the pit stop, or it would be a 10-second one which you could potentially get removed after the race. So we managed to get through 5 corners before the first safety car came out, and yeah, we've been under safety car ever since. Now I just want to go and have a cheeky little peek and at what's going on in the D2 stream. I'm just going to pop in there, say hello. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go in there, say hello to the lads in D2, and then we shall go back to D4. The D4 race. As we got Wakir saying, let's go Ryan P1, and Ryan needs this. He needs a big performance here to have any hope of closing up to Jasper in the championship. Not just that, he needs to build up his own momentum, because this man in the Mercedes has had nothing but momentum since he joined the league, and is looking, I mean, he at the moment is looking like the man to beat out on track, but championship wise, Jerome in a bit of a battle with the likes of Don Steering Wheel and Kieran, though he is hoping to climb up, maybe overtake the retired Raj after this race. However, the full wet conditions really hindering a lot of guys here, as Jav and Cloud are in the pits again for the second stop in 4 laps. Everyone on the full wet compound tyre, and so many time penalties that we had in the first lap due to the contact between Kieran and Smithsgate. You just saw right there Darrell having a bit of a slide. Once again, wheelspinmeup.com, that's what Darrell is saying to himself right now. But safety car came out lap 1, we're on lap 4 and the safety car's still out. I hope we don't get a similar situation to what we had in Canada 2011, where the safety car just stayed out for ages. Safety car is in this lap. Okay, so on board with May Ryan. Now his job is to back up the pack and try to get the best launch possible. Sven gets a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Guys, you gotta keep it on track. Safety car's still out. It's gonna penalise you to God knows where. But Ryan not really putting a huge gap between himself and the safety car, and he's gonna go at the last possible minute, and we're going to go on board. So yeah, he just gets a bit of wheel spin there, and that's going to put him under pressure immediately, as Dave looks like he's lost it in the background. Dave dropping position. Oh no, he's into the pits. My bad. Oh, there's more carnage. Don, Sven, Ryan and Maverick, as we go back on board with the front, they were entangled with each other. Now Sven diving it on the inside of Ryan looking for the switchback, gets the job done there with the switchback as Darrell picks up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Now Sven under pressure from Maverick swooping it around the outside, but Ryan has lost that lead, and Sven side by side with Ryan B there. Not really a place where you want to go side by side. And Calvin, after that pit stop under the first lap of the full course safety car, is already back up in the 6th. And Smitsky all the way down there in 12th place. Oh, that's Sven! Sven into the wall, and he's lost it on the traction. VSC has been deployed. Jerome gets a 5-second time penalty for a serious collision with Mir Kieran. As we got the fantastic audio glitch from the revs right there. So collision there with oh, he's got front wing damage, he's gonna have to pit. As Slayer picks up a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC. And here comes Jerome into the pits, but at least he'll be able to serve that that 5-second time penalty, and he'll have it a little bit reduced because of the VSC. And Slayer picking up another 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Slayer has retired from the session, he's had enough. He has called it a day. I didn't actually notice this, but Darrell is also retired. So I wonder what's going on there with Darrell, but he has retired from the session. Don Steenwell looking to get a bit of a gap to Mir Ryan. Mir Ryan still chasing down that very first win of the season. Is this the place where he gets it? That is the question. Right now, Calvin done a good job on the restarts, and now he's up into 4th place. Appears to have his front wing intact, whereas Ryan B does not. Jordan does. What about Kieran? Kieran does, and Jasper behind Kieran now. This is where we could see some Red Bull team orders going on right now. As Kieran can play the number 2 driver to Mir Ryan, as Don Steenwell picks up the fastest lap with a 2-minute 2. I did say the times would be near the 2-minute mark. And considering the start of that lap was under VSC, I think I was pretty much bang on the money. We're going to go back up towards the front because Mir Ryan is very close to Don Steenwell here. Doesn't go for any risky. Oh, as he gets a little bit of a snap on the curb there, and it's the thing, in the dry you really want to attack the curbs a bit. In the wet you want to stay well clear of them. As Maverick getting a bit of wheel spin there, almost losing it. Got yellow flag in sector 1, and that is for Jav, who is around facing the wrong way. Got to rejoin safety. Dave gets through. Well, it looks like May Ryan has made a mistake somewhere, because he has dropped back a bit off Don's steering wheel. So May Ryan just outside that second, but Don makes a mistake, goes too deep there, and that has put May Ryan right back on his gearbox. So the full wet conditions really starting to cause a bit of havoc here with these drivers. You can see they're struggling for grip, struggling to keep their cars under control, and they're struggling to slow their cars down as well. As Alt Maverick picks up a 3-second time penalty. As Calvin sets the new fastest lap with a 2-minute 1, and he is right on the back of this now. So Calvin showing that he's got some fantastic pace around here. As McCurst is now switching the sides and supporting the Ferrari at Don's steering wheel. Alright, now Don doing a good job at the moment to try and keep May Ryan behind. However, it does look a little bit like May Ryan is a bit more comfortable to the conditions, especially here in sector 2. And that's the thing when it comes to driving in the wet. You really need a fair few laps to get your eye in, see where the limit is, see where you can push it. And just remember that if you push over the limit, you're probably losing your front wing. Don steering wheel there does not go deep into that corner this time round. Keeps a nice, calm, collected. Gonna go on board with Calvin. See what this spray is gonna be like. You know, he's right up the chaff of these guys up ahead. Maverick has a little bit of a snap there. As you can see, Calvin understeering in that dirty air of Maverick and the cars ahead, but right now Calvin doing very well to keep with these guys. We got this battle for the top 4 right now. It looks like Ryan and Don steering wheel have started to gap Alt Maverick, who has been a bit susceptible to a few mistakes, as Jerome puts in a brand new fastest lap, showing his pace. Meanwhile, we got Jordan, the Scotsman, trying to defend against both Kieran and the championship leader Jasper. Jerome has managed to get past Cloud for 11th place. Remember guys, the top 12 get points, so even though these two are outside the top 10, they are both still in the points paying positions. It looks like Jasper has made a little bit of a mistake. He's just dropped out of that 1 second window of Kieran, as Dom picks up a penalty, and so does Calvin. Yellow flag in sector 1, and that is Jav around again. And here comes Ibo. Ibo trying to get into the slipstream. Go on, Ibo. Do it, man, the braking. Ibo taking it nice and calm here. Trying to get the perfect traction out of these corners. We will come back to this battle. Meanwhile though, at the front, Don Steenwell, May Ryan in an epic battle as Calvin has dropped off Alt Maverick, and Alt Maverick has started to come back towards Ryan and Dom. As we just saw Ryan with a mid-corner correction there. Realised he was going to cut the corner. Let off the throttle and just made sure that he didn't cut it. As I think that is Palmer going slow in sector 1, I think it was. Man in the Renault losing heaps of time to draw on behind. Meanwhile, Jordan's still doing a good job keeping Kieran and Jasper behind. And from the looks of it, Don Steamwheel, Ryan and Alt Maverick, they can get close to each other, but they just can't pass. Which makes the undercut a lot more powerful now. We are on lap 10 of 31 as Maverick, the back end snapping out on him. Does well to catch it though. Keep it out of the wall. As we now start lap 11 of 31. Maverick still thereabouts. Just outside that 1 second window. Calvin Christian, yeah, Calvin not too far behind. His old game attack was Calvin Christian, now it's Frosty Calvin. So forgive me, I will probably end up calling him Calvin Christian a fair few times. It's what I'm used to. Has drawn, gets below the 2 minute mark there with a 1:59.8. Really showing his pace, and he is right on the back of Palmer right now, so we're going to go on board with this. And Palmer loses the back end, saves it out of the wall though. However, he does have front wing damage, but now drawn up into 10th and 23 seconds behind the car ahead of him being Smitsky. He's got a lot of clean air to try and push into. I mean, it's never over until it's over. That is the old saying in racing. And Jasper, I just caught it, Jasper clipped the inside wall at the hairpin, and that has just lost him some unnecessary time there. Kieran and Jordan ahead. Meanwhile, the gaps at the top four are starting to stabilise a little bit. No longer as close as what they once were. And Jasper already back on this, on the back of the battle for P6. And Jordan, at the moment, doesn't appear to have the best pace out of these three, but he is doing a good job defending where he needs to. Big lock up there from Jasper. Meanwhile, I have noticed that Ryan is close back up to Don Steamwheel again. However, he's not going to be close enough to make a move, so we'll stay on board with this battle for the time being. Kieran thinks better of going for a bit of a dive, but he's made a mistake. He's gone too deep, and that is Jasper through up into 7th place. Kieran making another mistake that has cost him. But this time it's also kind of hindered his teammate as well. So if Jasper can get past Jordan now, I think Jasper's going to be able to pull away. And you've got Smitsky not too far behind as well. So Smitsky could come in and play a little bit of a factor in this battle. Well, towards the front, you can see Mir Ryan all over the gearbox of Don's steering wheel. And Palmer's retired. Palmer's out, and it looks like... Oh, we got a safety car. Safety car has been deployed. This is a free pit stop right now for everyone to put on a very fresh set of wets to go to the end. But Jordan decided to stay out. Probably didn't want to double stack with Old Maverick, but he's going to lose more time by staying out than double stacking. And Smitsky also stayed out. But what this will do now, this will bring Jerome back into it. It will bring guys like Cloudy Cloud, Dave, Sven, Jav and Ibbo right onto the back of this pack once again. And here we go, guys, just kind of give you a bit of proof to concentration levels around this circuit. We're 13 laps in and we have been streaming for 55 minutes now, and after the race started at 8 o'clock. That was quali. We had 18 minutes of quali as Ibbo goes a bit deep into that corner there and narrowly avoids the wall. But yeah, since about 20 past, we've had 30 minutes of green light racing, and we're only 13 laps in as Palmer has left the session. It's not been a good day for the man in the racing point. Yeah, it's a shame, Palmer, it really is, but what happened, if you don't mind me asking? Cause I caught one of your moments now, but I didn't catch the one that retired you. So what happened, mate? By the way, Alt Maverick, Ryan and Calvin have all jumped on steering wheel in the pit, so that Ferrari pit box being at the front has really cost on steering wheel here. It has allowed Mir Ryan to just nip ahead. It's allowed Alt Maverick to nip ahead of Mir Ryan and Don steering wheel, as well as Calvin ahead of Don. So Don, who was effectively in the lead of this race, is now down into a net P4. That's yeah, that's harsh, that is, but that's incredibly harsh. Of course, usually this track is usually Usually want to keep your tyres pretty cool, but not too cool. Yeah, the conditions very tricky right now. So everyone that has made it this far, you know, as Palmer said in the chat, you know, hats off to you guys. Smitsky is the man leading under the safety car, and is he going to try and help his teammate out? Ryan was just in AI mode for 2 seconds, probably checking the pen situation around him. And to be honest, that's usually what I do in the safety car. I just make sure I got a bit of a gap to the car ahead and behind. Chuck in AI mode, have a look at the pen situation and see what's cracking. Here on lap 15 of 31, we are under the second safety car. Hang on 2 seconds, guys. I will be right back. I just gotta talk to the old girl a sec. Right, I am back, and it looks like I've come back at the perfect time because we are about to get underway once again. And just waiting on Smitsky there. Yeah, so we're gonna have a look and see if Don gets a good restart. He doesn't get a poor one, but oh, Maverick gets a fantastic restart already. Right on the gate. Oh, his contact there with me, Ryan. And oh, Maverick is around me, Ryan. The car directly behind him. Does me, Ryan have wing damage? Yes, he does. Me, Ryan has got wing damage. As Kieran around the outside of Don's steering wheel there. I know, does Don have wing damage as well? No, Don's steering wheel's fine. Yellow flag in sector 1, and that is going to be for Old Maverick, who has retired from the session. Meanwhile, Jasper, with what looks like a bit of front wing damage, but nope, it was just the angle of the camera deceiving me. But Jasper right now up into 6th place, ahead of his one championship rival being Jerron. Directly behind another one, Don Steering Wheel. And May Ryan right now in 2nd place, but may end up getting reported to the stewards for that collision with Alt Maverick. But that front wing damage is definitely going to be hindering Ryan now for the rest of this race. Doesn't look like Ryan is struggling as much as Smitsky right now. I think the tyre weight is really starting to kick in, and Calvin trying to close up on Ryan needs to get past him ASAP, because Ryan's teammate Kieran directly behind him. He's going to be looking to try and get past ASAP to kind of back up his teammate. As we just got a glimpse here of Kieran with the Dirt 2 Techers right there with the 4-wheel drifters. Calvin down the inside has a little look, but doesn't make the move stick. Jasper having a little bit of a look around the outside of Don Steering Wheel there, backs out of it wisely. He's going to try it down the inside. No, he thinks better of it. Don Steering Wheel compromises his run. But here is kind of single file. And looks like Ryan B wants to get in on the action as well. Looks like he's got a pretty decent exit out of the hairpin. Is he going to be close enough to make a move on Jasper? No, he's not. Oh, he's made contact with Jasper, and Jasper's around. Jasper's around, and now completely slowed up Jerron, who was directly behind them. So fair play to Jerron, he actually got that car stopped before colliding with Ryan B or Jasper there. But he does lose a place to Dave Javu. But fair play to Jerron, he did get that car completely stopped. That could have been a lot nastier. And I just want to see if Jasper does have a bit of front wing damage. Yes, he does. So does Ryan B. Dave looking alright on the front wing, and so is Jerron. Meanwhile, Smitsky still managing to keep May Ryan behind, and May Ryan's not actually getting wheeled in by Calvin and his teammate the way I would have thought he would. But an interesting shout now from Ibo and Jav. They've both opted for the Indus. However, it doesn't appear to be the right tyre as Jav is into the pits. Sven trying to get close to the back of Cloudy Cloud for 10th place. Gaps are stabilised apart from this battle in the top 4, so we'll stay on board for this as Smitsky makes a mistake. Is that Ryan's opportunity? Unable to make a move, but Kieran manages to get past Calvin there, so it looks like the Red Bull on a mission is the man known as May Kieran. And even though Ryan is technically the lead Red Bull this season, Kieran's the only person in the Red Bull that has a race win. Ryan's still looking for his. But both Red Bulls are now on the podium as Ryan picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to help out his causes at all. Is Ryan going to move over for his teammate? That's going to be the question, because Kieran has a full front wing. Ryan gets a nice run there, and he's going to try it around the outside. He's actually able to pull it off as well. What a move there from Ryan. Into the lead he'll go, and now is on for Kieran to try and follow suit. As Calvin trying to have a little look as well where he can. Meanwhile, Jasper has closed up to the back of Don's steering wheel and he's brought Ryan B along. Jerome has made it past Dave Javu and is trying to close up to this pack as well. Your guess is as good as mine, guys, on who's going to win this race. We're on lap 19 of 31 and the top 8 are separated by just under 7 seconds, and the top 7 under 5 seconds. Penalties are going to be so crucial in deciding this race, and the championship leader will be hoping that he has less than those ahead of him. Meanwhile, Ryan has now started to gap Smitsky. So Ryan now stretching his legs, trying to get that elusive first win of the season. Just looking at Ivo and Jav losing heaps of time to Jordan ahead. The Inders are definitely not the right tyre. Really revving out first gear. Gets a decent bit of traction. He's got a bit of a gap now to Calvin. He needs to get past Switsky ASAP. Are we going to see the second Red Bull 1-2 this season? As Jasper picks up a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Now that is massive. Jasper has made 2 pit stops, so I think he's served 2 of his 5-second stop goals, but that being the 3rd one he's picked up. He's probably not going to get rid of it unless another safety car comes out. But right now this has got to be Kieran's opportunity to get right up under the gearbox of that Ferrari, to get the traction down. In the overtake on ERS, he is closing in but he doesn't want to try and dive. Doesn't want to take a pop there. Just going to be patient and wait around for another lap. Meanwhile, May Ryan, after getting past Smitsky with that damaged front wing, now has a 3-second gap. As it looks like Smitsky is really struggling right now with those 19 lap old full wet tyres. We've got a yellow flag for what I think is Jav. Meanwhile, Calvin Christian all over the back of Kieran. Jasper gets another 5-second time penalty. This is big. Jasper with 2 5-second time penalties in the past 3 laps. Hello, my crew. How is D2? Ryan B having a little bit of a peek at Jasper. Did have a little bit of a think about it, didn't he? And now Jerome right on the back of Ryan B once again. It can't be much worse than what happened to me in D3, but don't worry. Right now, May Ryan 3.3 seconds clear of Smitsky. 11 lap fresher tyres than the car behind. Should be able to easily pick up his very first win here. Well, is it finished? Is D2 finished? Job and Ivo trading positions again. Ivo still on those intermediate tyres, not the tyre to be on Ivo. Calvin looking very racy behind Kieran and Smitsky. Smitsky doing a very good job though of holding these guys off for the time being. However, the longer Smitsky stays ahead of these guys, the bigger the gap that this man, May Ryan, will have. Is all over the gearbox of that Ferrari, but he just can't seem to find a way past him at this moment in time. Maybe here though. Looks like Kieran has got a pretty good bit of traction, but Smitsky gets even better traction. now the gap between Ryan and Smithsky is 5 seconds. Ryan right now in a world of his own. Smithsky doing absolute wonders on those full wet compound tyres, and is doing a fantastic job of being able to defend where he needs to defend. Kieran will either have to commit to a risky move or maybe weigh up his opportunities elsewhere around the track. But the results stay the same as it is, as an 18-point swing into Ryan's favour as Ryan B picks up a time penalty. And those two 5-second time penalties would drop Jasper all the way to 10th place. Ronald's actually managed to get past Ryan B, who comes into the pits. So Ryan B not thinking he can take those wets to the end unless he's going for a front wing change. Yeah, looks like a front wing change. And he's put on a set of Inders. Okay, now this is going to be... this is interesting now. Are we going to get another little splice of strategy now towards the end of this race? As the gap between Ryan B and Jordan is 16.3 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that gap as we see the developments of those intermediate tyres. At the moment it doesn't look like they're the quicker tyre. But Jerron around the outside of Jasper. He's going to have a little run, little dive down the inside maybe. He is there on the inside. A little bit of contact there between him and Jasper. And Jerron backs off. Obviously realised that a little bit of contact was made there with Jasper and decided to drop the position back to him. As it definitely looks like those intermediate tyres are not working for Ryan B. However, he does still have the final points paying position. Jasper is still going to be defending hard from Jerron for the rest of this race. But we got this epic four-way battle on track for second place. Smitsky on 24 lap old tyres. Let's go on board with Smitsky's teammate Don Steenwell. Let's have a little peek from his POV. As Jasper picks up another penalty, this time a 3-second time penalty. And Don just backing off these guys a little bit. Meanwhile, the gap is now up to 6.6 seconds between Ryan and Smitsky. Here's Ryan on his way to his very first win in LOE. As he sets the fastest lap, is he on his way to 26 points? That would be a big boost for him going forward. Yo, as Calvin hits the back of Kieran and Don hits the back of Calvin. Any front wing damage on the Ferrari? Looks like the Ferrari got away clean, but Calvin does have damage. And here goes Jasper, trying it around the outside. Calvin trying to hold it, but just does not have the downforce to fight it. Meanwhile, Jerome trying to have a little peek, a little look. See where he can make this move as early as possible. Once again having a little peek, but Calvin just misjudging his braking zone, going straight into the wall, and that is 2 positions lost there for Calvin. And that is more front wing damage and possibly a pit stop needed now for the Renault driver. Meanwhile, it is a checkerboard at the moment between Red Bull and Ferrari. Calvin checks on a relatively fresh set of wet tyres. He chucked on the same tyres that he had on at the beginning of the race. So they are already 1 lap worn. The grip should be a bit better on them immediately because they have been pre-worn. Meanwhile, Smitsky still held hostage by the Ferrari of... I said Smitsky, didn't I? Smitsky still holding Kieran hostage. The Ferrari doing well. the way, I made a joke in the D2 chat saying that wet race around here, I might be here till 10 o'clock. It is 9:30. We're not that far off, so I was actually pretty on the money there. As we are on lap 29 of 31, just 3 more laps to go. 9 seconds a gap that me Ryan has. Well, Kieran still struggling to get past Smitsky. It just seems like Smitsky is just getting the traction down where he needs to. The 27 laps on those full wet tyres, that has got to be commended now from Smitsky. Obviously he made that initial pit stop under the first safety car due to the lap 1 carnage that we had, but he's pretty much proven that he could have no stopped this race. Is Kieran close enough? No. Don has dropped back a little bit. Jasper trying to close up on the Ferrari. Every point matters now for Jasper. And then we got Jerome, last week's race winner, in 6th place, just waiting for an opportunity to open up. As Calvin picks up a 10-second time penalty there, which I don't think is going to matter too much. He has a heap load of penalties as I drop my controller. But it's actually gone on to a good battle, so we'll allow it. And here we go. Can Kieran get it done? Around the outside he's going to try. Smitsky once again doing well. Defending this P2 with absolutely everything he's got, and I think that's front wing off the Red Bull. It is front wing off the Red Bull. Kieran is now without a front right end plate. And now Don steering wheel is going to be sniffing it. Jasper is going to be sniffing it. Jerome's going to be sniffing it. As Ryan B now sets the fastest lap of the race, stealing that 1 extra point away from Ryan. As Jerome, oh, big wheel spin moment there for the Mercedes, and that might have just cost him an opportunity to battle it out for P2. On track at least, we don't know where everyone will filter out after penalties have been applied. But right now, this man right here, Ryan, looks to be comfortable and looks to be going on to win his very first race here in LOE. I kind of want to stay on board with him for this lap, you know, let him soak it all in. If the gaps get exceedingly close behind, I will divert, but we'll stay on board as cloudy as I think he's misjudged his braking underneath the bridge, but it's not been a good day for Cloudy Cloud, as Ibo and Jav once again swap in positions, but Ibo on the intermediates and Jav on the soft tyres. They are not the compounds of choice, lads. But Jerome is actually very close to Jasper. He's going to have a look down the inside. And he gets the move done. Is Jasper going to be able to fight back? No, he's not. But he does go into the back of the Mercedes there. Jerome now up into P5. As we're back on board with our race leader. 12 seconds the gap, and he should be safe from penalties right now. Oh, Kieran has lost the back end, and that's Jerome and Don steering wheel through. And Jerome's actually got a nice run on Don steering wheel. He's going to try down the inside. He is half-heartedly, but that is giving Kieran a chance to go back past the Mercedes. So here's a double Ferrari podium right now. Kieran losing it under traction there. But this man right now, May Ryan coming across the line to win. Oh! May Ryan into the water, but he has crossed the line in first. Fortunately for him, as Smitsky comes across the line and will pick up second place. Don Steelwell will get third, Kieran fourth, Jerome fifth, Jasper in sixth. Dave Javru will jump up to sixth. Jasper drops down to seventh. Jasper drops down to eighth. Will Jordan get Jasper? No, I don't think so. Cloudy Cloud will get 10th place. Calvin will finish 11th and get the fastest lap as well. As we are now waiting for Ryan B, Jav and Ibo to cross the line to end what has been a very lengthy and eventful race. But that man, the man in the Red Bull, May Ryan, will be over the moon right now with his very first win here in LOE, as Ryan B's absolutely binned it on the final corner. He didn't cross the line. Ryan B did not cross the line, and that could have very easily happened to May Ryan as well. As we're just waiting to see who's going to get 12th place from Ryan B. Is it going to be Jav on the soft tyres? Is it going to be Ibo on the intermediates? Ibo corner cut in there, doing absolutely everything to get this done. Oh, is it going to be neck and neck coming into the final corner? Looks like Jav will just about do it, but does Jav do it? No, Ibo gets 14th. So maybe Ryan actually did end up crossing the line. But that man on the top step of the podium, May Ryan, his very first win in LOE, his first win in this division. And because I actually said if he does get a win, I will call him it, Ryan is a boyo. The boyo, May Ryan, crosses the line in first place and picks up 25 points to his name. Smitsky will come home in second. A fantastic result there for Smitsky. Don Steenwell in third, completing the podium, a double Ferrari podium. Kieran will be disappointed that he bottled the double Red Bull podium. And Jerome will be happy that he beat Jasper and gained some points on him in the championship. And then we got Dave in 6th, Sven 7th, Jasper 8th, Jordan 9th, Cloudy Cloud 10th, 11th Calvin, and Ryan B does manage to get 12th place, but the fastest lap point goes to Calvin. As me and Ryan said, he's clipping me calling him a boyo and making it his ringtone. However, I do believe now, what is the gap? What was the gap coming into this race? That is the question. Gap coming into this race was just getting it up, guys. The gap was 48 points, and Jasper with 8th place, guess. 6 points to Ryan's 25, which means Ryan has just closed up by 19 points. So that gap has gone from 48 points to 29. I repeat, that gap is now down to 29 points. Guys, the championship is not over yet. The race is on, and we'll catch you next week for the Russian Grand Prix. Until then, guys, I've been Evergreen Mike, and I'll catch you next week.